Howdy folks. Hey. I'm gonna get up close and personal about this one, real close to the camera, because we need to have a little chat about nap training, what I also like to refer to as sleep training 201. Intermediate sleep training. So there is another video on this channel. I will link it below for you guys if you have not watched that one. It is all about sleep training 101, how to get your baby to sleep through the night. Now we are going to be talking about nap training. Nap training is harder than nighttime training in my opinion. You might feel differently. Let me know in the comments below. Anyway, let's get started on how I nap trained my son, or am still in the process of trying, because nap training is very difficult and we're adventurous people and we're out a lot. So if that sounds like you, let's go. The first thing that you want to do is establish a routine. I talk about this in Sleep Training 101. You want to establish a routine. This routine will be different than your nighttime routine. This routine will be significantly shorter. Instead of having, bath time or having book time or having, long feeds, you are going to make this short and sweet. Cooper's routine is diaper, sound machine, Hippo, song. If you guys don't know what Hippo is, I refer to it in my other video and so many other videos. It is a Hippo nightlight machine that we use. It is sound activated, so in the middle of the night when Cooper wakes up, I'm not running in there trying to turn on a projector. It turns on automatically and lights go on the ceiling and it sings lullabies and it soothes him back to sleep. Great investment. It's like 20 bucks on Amazon. It's linked in the description below. Go look at it. Anywho, yeah, so that is Cooper's routine. This short routine is what lets Cooper know, my son, who's 8 months old, that it is nap time. That is a very important step of nap training. Step 2. Understand what wake times are. Let me see if I can explain wake times to you guys without pulling my hair out, because it can be confusing. Okay, your baby wakes up at 6 a.m. Yay, right? Morning, cool. The wake time is in between waking up and going to sleep for a nap. So you need to understand and determine prior to beginning nap training what your wake times will be, and these wake times will change the second that you get comfortable. Your baby's gonna be a month older and he or she is gonna be doing weird stuff where they're not tired anymore when they're supposed to be. It's wake times are what make nap training ongoing. You almost never really stop nap training. Side note, if you hear snoring, that would be my English Bulldog Mush. I have to say this every single video. I'm sorry for those of you who watch all of my videos and have to constantly hear me talk about Mush. If I don't say this, people are gonna comment and be like, who is that snoring behind you? That's my English Bulldog. She's an old lady and she sounds like a grown man, so like a snoring, just old fart man. So that's my dog. So Cooper's first wake time is 2.5 hours, so 6 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. Cool. Cooper does not like to take naps longer than a half an hour. I don't follow step number 3, which I will get to, which I'm going to start because I should, because he shouldn't be taking half an hour naps at 8 months old. But Cooper will go to sleep for his first nap at 8:30 a.m. He will sleep for a half an hour until 9 a.m. At 9 a.m., that's when his new wake time starts. And then he'll go about 3 hours, so 9, 10, 11, 12. At 12 o'clock, he tends to want to go down for another nap. 12:30 rolls around, he wakes up. Now, give or take, if it takes him a little while to fall asleep or whatnot, stuff like that. Then, so we have 12:30, then 1:30, 2:30, 3:30, 3:30 rolls around. Cooper wants to take a third nap of the day, sleeps until 4 o'clock. 5:30 to 6 o'clock is when Cooper goes to bed. Do you guys see those wake periods? So it's 2.5 hours, 3 hours, 3 hours, and then 4, 5, 6, so about 2 hours. He likes to take a late nap and go to sleep early. For some reason, he just really has always liked that. Anyway, those wake periods, you have to figure out what's best for your baby and go by their sleeping cues, like what they like. They say that if a baby is showing you sleeping cues, they're already overtired. I don't know if I believe that, because the second that Cooper rubs his eyes or yawns, if I get him into his crib, like pick him up and we go into his crib, he goes to sleep right away. So every baby is going to be different. To be able to figure out what wake times you should be going by, you can just look up on like any real like website, just Google search, you know, wake times for a baby, and you'll see a chart that will tell you for like your baby's age more or less what the wake time should be. On to number 3, which I do not follow, and I need to, crib hour. Everyone should know what crib hour is. Very confusing. So I'm gonna do my best to explain it to you. So crib hour is when you put your baby down for a nap, and you begin counting 1 hour from the moment they're in their crib. If they have not fallen asleep for an hour, so either crying or fussing or playing or whatnot, and an hour goes by, you take them out of the crib, you do gentle, light, calm playtime for about a half an hour, and then you put them back in their crib and start another hour period. If another hour goes by and they have not slept, that's now pretty much 2 hours of either crying or fussing or playing, and they've yet to take a nap, you then do an emergency nap where however you need to get them to sleep, you get them to sleep. So if you're trying to break any sleep crutches, and if you don't know what sleep crutches are, I'm going to explain them to you in a few. So don't worry if you don't really understand what those are, but if you do and you're trying to break those, use them then in that emergency nap. But if they do fall asleep, so let's say the first hour, you put them in, 15 minutes go by and they fall asleep. You then restart the clock. So when they fall asleep, you restart that clock for 1 hour. If they wake up and half an hour later, for another half an hour, they stay in their crib. And what this does is it teaches the baby to put themselves back to sleep and to extend their nap period. So that's step 3 of nap training. Kind of optional, kind of not. I mean, if you really want to get your baby taking really great naps, you definitely want to go by crib hour. But it's not mandatory to get your baby to sleep in its crib for naps. So step 4 before starting nap training is making sure that you've identified every single sleep crutch that you use and to eliminate all of them. No swaddling, no pacifiers, no, feeding to sleep, rocking to sleep, cooing to sleep. Anything that your baby's using as an aid to fall asleep, you want to eliminate. Obviously, we use that Hippo that I was talking about. That, I guess, could be considered a crutch. It can come everywhere with us, and I don't have to like go in there and turn it on, so it works for us. But you'd probably want to get rid of one of those too. If you have to constantly go into the baby's room and to like turn it back on, that's kind of a sleep crutch at that point, and you should just eliminate it. So you want to definitely identify every single sleep crutch, and you want to go into nap training knowing that you're going to get rid of all of them. And step 5, the most important step, is to do the research yourself. This video is not in any way, shape, or form telling you how to sleep train your child. I am not an expert in any way. This is just my experience with nap training. I am giving you all a foundation of knowledge, not a home. So do not think that just by watching this video you can go and start nap training your baby. That is not fair to your child. you are not doing right by them if you do that. Look at the information provided on the internet, do the research, find the reputable sources, and learn the information. This video was to share my experience and to give you keywords to really help you figure out how you want to go about sleep training your baby. Also, I just want to point out that I got a lot of my information from Facebook. There are a lot of respectful sleep training, nap training. There's a lot of Facebook groups out there that you can join where moms can help you. You can find all the files of information there. You can ask, moms and show other moms or dads, other parents, your sleeping schedule and how your baby's doing, and they can give you tips and tricks. I learned a lot of my information right off of Facebook groups, so look into that, and that is actually a really great place to get a lot of information. That is it for my sleep training 201 video. Thank you guys for watching. I wish everyone long 2-hour naps and no crying. That's what I wish everyone. I hope you guys have just great, happy, smiling, sleepy babies during nap time. If you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. I always love to see little thumbs uppies. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you're new to our channel, subscribe. We have daily vlogs too. It's not just me sitting here blabbing all the time. But yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you soon. Bye!